And welcome everyone back. We just had some technical issues and now we got those all resolved. We finally are back at it again and this is for real this time, play-by-play. We had some technical issues, just needed to kind of test it out as this is week 1 of the college football season. And boy, do we have a thriller for you right now at Vanderbilt and Virginia Tech. As I will give you more scores and updates, as I can actually give you some right now, as a matter of fact, because this game is currently, the IU game is currently about 6 minutes away from kickoff. And boy, do we have a big thriller here in Vanderbilt and Virginia Tech. So I'm going to take you straight to that broadcast right now. We're going to be better prepared next time. Brandon Taylor for 43 yards. Vanderbilt, Virginia Tech, tied at 27. Upset in the making. 3 seconds left. It's the moment kids dream of. Kick is on the way. And overhand, and it is good! It's good. Wait, no. We're going to overtime. He missed the field goal. Unbelievable. Wait, did he? They're going to have to review this. It was very hard seeing it on my camera. But it looks like, yeah, we are going to overtime. Wide right. The chance to have upset the Virginia Tech Hokies and claim themselves as one of the top teams in all of college football so far. They might not be for the rest of the year, though. What a miss. Just devastating if you're a Virginia Tech fan. Or not Virginia Tech fan, I'm a Vanderbilt fan. Unreal. As this game at IU is about to begin as soon as we can. They actually are doing some promo right now. And yeah, we're going to be doing some broadcasts of college football games. Tonight I plan to do one with Fresno State, Michigan. But that one is going to be delayed for a little bit. Might be at least. We may do it, we may not do it. This varies on if everybody in my inner circle is about to be coming back from shopping or not. Wow, just what a miss field goal by the one, the only Taylor from Vanderbilt. Unbelievable. As you all are joining, welcome back to the Hoosiers and FIU. This is more a broadcast for myself to practice and hone my broadcasting skills. It's not really a broadcast. And here we go. Now we see Curt Cignetti, the new head coach of the Indiana Hoosiers, taking the field right now for his very first season of action. I know some of the cheerleaders, as they're running out, teams going to the right side to their end zones, and the band, the Marching 100, is playing overhead with probably a small crowd to boot, as Indiana will be taking on FIU, the Panthers. And now we can actually get started with our broadcast today as we welcome you to the first ever WBRA Braydyn Bear Twitter Spaces broadcast of this. What will be a good blowout here today. That's what we are all expecting, is a blowout. Now let's go straight into some storylines. As we all know right now, IU is led by a new head coach after Tom Allen had gotten fired from Indiana University back in November. The team had a terrible record, and not only did we have a terrible record, it was one not to really hang your hat on to end the season. And it was, to be saying the least, devastating to lose Tom Allen. So now Curt Cignetti has come in, the new head coach who had just coached at James Madison University. And he's now going to be the head coach of the IU football team, trying to build up on an extensive offense that not only today will be really proving a patience test for the Panthers, but the Hoosiers have an opportunity to not only eclipse the win total that they had last season, but also solidify themselves as one of the best teams. And speaking of quarterbacks, Tavion Jackson, quarterback this year, Kurt Cignetti, the quarterback transfer from Ohio State, the senior. And he is not only, and we also have one of the top high school quarterbacks out of Greenwood, Indiana, coming into this team this year. So basically, to put it all in a nutshell, Indiana is in a new position that we haven't been used to in over 7 years. But will Coach Cigs do his best and possibly do his best at all times to maybe win a few games this year? We will have to wait and see, as this is game one out of many, to really prove himself to the entire Big Ten Conference. As he said, and I will quote his words from the Big Ten Championship game last year. Beforehand, he talked to the Big Ten Network, and he had one message that he wanted to send to every single pundit out there. And that was, we are going to be in this game next year. And meaning by this game, he means be a part of a bigger Big Ten Conference. It is 77 degrees in Bloomington. We are not there today. I wish we were. Very small crowd, but not as small as the April 8th solar eclipse disaster. That was a disaster when the crowd was there. Looks like a more sproused amount of people, and I'd say thousands, more in the thousands. But yeah, FIU is going to kick off as we start this game off. But will IU this season solidify themselves as one of the best in the Big Ten Conference, or will it be years of mediocrity and more pain as an IU fan, student, and alum? Will we see progress out of this team this year? As for FIU is a team that could silence IU today offensively. We'll have to see how they're going to do as well, as they are stacked in a loaded Conference USA that will possibly be decided at the end by Western Kentucky. Here we go, folks. The first game of the regular season, and the kickoff is underway. Leather to boot, and we are set for IU football once again. And that's going to be taken out of the end zone for a touchback as IU gets their season underway. Now, this is where it's going to get really interesting. We have to see who the quarterback is going to be, and they just named the quarterback a few days ago as the transfer from Miami, Ohio, Curtis Ruick, who last season threw for 7,650 yards, 50 touchdowns, and had 16 interceptions with a completion rate of 66%. This season was ranked as the 97th best overall quarterback in all of the actual NCAA football. So here we go with 1st and 10. One receiver on the left, two on the right. They are in the shotgun formation to start this season off. Here's a snap by Ruick, gives it back to the wide receiver, the running back, and throws it over to number 13. As he gets the catch, it's going to be 2nd and 5. There's Ruick last year played for Miami, Ohio. And as we mentioned on that quarterback field, not only is this field diverse in nature with Tavion Jackson and so much ability, the running game and the defense I'm also really interested to see. As here we go on 2nd and 5. Ruick, another passing play, throws it in the flat, and it looked to have been incomplete. The pass was intended to JoJo Johnson, as I might be wrong on that because my boards are all over the place right now. It's 3rd and 5. Actually, Omar Cooper Jr. and ESPN's buzzing probably about that Virginia Tech game. 3rd and 5, two receivers on the right, one on the left. 14:48 to go in the first quarter. There's a snap. Ruick gives it back in the flat, and he throws it, and it looks incomplete. I think that was incomplete. And if it was a catch, what a catch. TV is so hard to see. And it was a catch, but dropped at the last minute, so that's 4th down, and IU is going to punt on the first series of the regular season. This is what we feared. This is what we have feared all along at all times. And we don't want this to start off as toe goes to leather again as the punter gives it back to FIU. It's rolling on the left side near the 30-yard line, and IU is going to stop it around the 38-yard line. And so FIU is going to start their offense now as they come out onto the field. Not much to really consider with this team basically going at it with a lot of strength, more power, but there's a flag on the field. We have to see what the call is on. And we're waiting to see what the call is on as the referees are mingling with each other. And there was a timeout. It is 1st and 10 as there was intended to be a timeout. And FIU is going to start their trip on offense as we have a loaded FIU squad that isn't really that powerful. They were actually ranked at the bottom of the list. And it looks to be that now Keon Jenkins is their quarterback. Last season threw for a season best 2,414 yards and scored 11 touchdowns last season. And the ball is instantly thrown and almost intercepted. And that pass was intended for the wide receiver. Box scores having issues. And so we have to, now the most interesting thing I have to see with FIU is how are they going to compete in Conference USA? Because if they are going to not compete well in Conference USA, there's going to be a lot of problems for this squad. And now here we go, and nobody has scored hardly anything. Is now he's going to get sacked. Tried to run on the left side and instantly got chewed up by that IU defense. As now it is 3rd down, and even FIU likes that play right there. They love it. Absolutely love it. And so we're going to be having a good game so far as both squads. My box score is all over the place. Here we go. And hopefully, and here we go. It is now 3rd and 14. The snap by Jenkins goes to his left and is instantly going to get sacked. Sacked by that IU D-line. It's number 4 once again. Number 4 at the ball, and he sacks him. Now the sack was on Jenkins, and that is a 4th down. FIU's going to punt. Wow. Absolutely behemoth out there. Probably went into the weight room and was lifting weights all summer long. This is what Sigs has been wanting from the offense this season, as FIU is going to put the leather, and now it's going to be caught by Jenkins once again, and IU is going to be back on offense after this break. 13:07 left, no score in Bloomington. We'll be right back right after this. Actually, I'll provide some commentary and then try to see what else is going on around the league. Vanderbilt is leading Virginia Tech now by the score of 34-27. It is 4th down and 4th and 11 with the ball at, believe for Virginia Tech. This is the ball game right here, and I know it seems sporadic for me to be calling a bunch of games. This will also be available on SUBSTACK.com, as SUBSTACK is the #1 newsletter home for the podcast and any shows of Keeping Things in the Middle, along with WBRA Radio and, most importantly, the Bearman Journal newsletter. You can subscribe to the Bearman newsletter journal down in the description below. And now, this is Virginia Tech ball. It's 4th down and 11 as Vanderbilt needs to get a stop. To win this game. Quarterback goes left. Scrambles. Looks. Oh! Incomplete! Vanderbilt has just done it. They have done it. Unbelievable. What a game. We've been talking about it all day today. Vanderbilt started hot, continued hot, was strengthened and have upset Virginia Tech as the fans are storming, looks like they're storming the field. And these are two unranked opponents. Virginia Tech got upset by Vanderbilt. The pass by the quarterback to the middle, juggled around and incomplete. Wow, what a game. What a game over there in Nashville, Tennessee. And Virginia Tech is steaming after this loss. Coaches embrace, people embrace. That's what we need in society today. We need more people embracing each other. That would be a really nice thing to have. But my goodness, what a game in that realm. Let's go to some other scores that are happening throughout the college football landscape. The Virginia Tech Hokies are gone and out of all playoff contention so far, and we'll have to wait and see on that soon. But the rest of the games, but now we're going to be coming back to IU here in a little bit. Penn State and West Virginia still delayed, with the score being 20-6 Penn State. Tennessee completely blowing out Chattanooga, 62-3. And at halftime, Oklahoma State's leading South Dakota State, 17-6. Ohio State and Akron have just started. Akron has the ball, and it's 1st and 10 now. Actually, it's 1st and 10 for Ohio State. Now we're going to be coming back to the IU game. And it looks like as the running back is going to run this one, the running back being number 17, as IU starts their drive. It's going to be 2nd down, and that run was by Tyson. And so IU back at it again with their squad. Let's go through some more scores here real quick as I was reading them. Texas already gets a touchdown. It's 7-0 over Colorado State, and the Florida-Miami game is going on right now. The next game being Alabama and Western Kentucky. Here's the snap, and the quarterback throws it right. WIUX throws it incomplete as there was a flag called on the field. It was a false start on the offense, and that's going to be a 5-yard penalty. That's going to bring them to 2nd down. A huge mental mistake to start this game off, as the penalty was on Cooper Jr. And so we have some things that are going on at IU that are really changing. A lot of the players have said that Coach Ciggs has not only tried to bring in more of a hard-nosed, tough-ass approach to the team, as WIUX gives it over to the running back, who's going to now run it down to the 50, and he's going to be down at the 45-yard line. And that's C.J. Layton has just run this ball for a 1st down. The first major 1st down for IU in this game so far. It's 1st down and 10 for the Hoosiers. Well run. And so Indiana starting off fresh now in their 2nd drive so far of the game. WIUX going back under pressure. He's going to run it now near the 45-40, and he's going to run it all the way down close to the 35-yard line as he gets a big run there to make it 2nd and inches. And this is what Coach Ciggs, as I said earlier, the players have developed under his program. And not only that, but the quarterbacks have drastically improved from the last few seasons as WIUX scrambles for 9 yards on that last play. With just 10 minutes left to go in the 1st quarter. 2 receivers on the right, 1 on the left. Here's WIUX with the snap, gives it over to Lawton, who now was going to run this one through the middle for the 1st down. Gains about 3 yards on the play. And it looks to be that the running backs, that was a major problem last season, was trying to get the offense to wake up. But the biggest issue of them all was the defensive line. The defensive line, for sure, was a huge problem last season. And Coach Allen, Tom Allen, was previously, he's a great guy, but as a coach, he was questionable. And now it's 1st down and 10. And not only do I have respect, and now here comes the running back, and he's going to run this one for 10 yards close to the 20-yard line. Another run by Ellison as Justice. Wait, that's Justice. Justice has just run another ball up the left side. Gains about 11 yards on the play as Rourke throws the ball to number 44. And that's a big play for a first down. I believe that's McMahon. Yep, that was Horton. Nope, it was Horton, not McMahon. First down, though, as it was a gain of 14 yards. 1st and 10 at the FIU 15-yard line. As IU is now doing some weird signal calling with some guys that are wearing pink and yellow shirts, maybe some assistant coaches. Here we are at the 9-yard line. Ruick throws it up the middle, touchdown, Indiana. Ruick to Curtis once again. What a touchdown for the Hoosiers as Zach Horton, my mistake. Zach Horton with the big time score. Indiana. What a way to get this season started. Great pass up the middle. Just a great singular pass up the middle. And can you believe that? That was awesome. Not only by those guys, it's just awesome to see this IU offense improve so far as it's a 6-0 lead for the Hoosiers and the field goal team is on. Kick is on the way and it's good. Why not? 7-0 Indiana as the pass from Rourke to Horton goes for a TD. We will be right back. Actually, I'll give you some more scores. So let's explore what's going on around the league, around the college football world. Texas so far is leading Colorado State 7-0 as Colorado State is about to get their butts sacked once again. That Texas D-line is something else. But we'll have to also see what's going on in the other games throughout the college football world. And I'm curious to see what's going on over at the Ohio State-Akron game so far as Ohio State got the ball back the last time I updated you guys on 1st and 10. Nebraska and UTEP are also playing right now as those squads, as I said, Nebraska is going to be one of, if not the best teams in all college football. But again, we'll have to update you about some scores. Tennessee just basically won this game 62-3 over Chattanooga. South Dakota State losing in the third quarter to Oklahoma State 17-6. Texas leading Colorado State 7-0. Akron actually's got a field goal on Ohio State. Wow. They have the lead temporarily 3-0. And Miami, along with Florida, are tied with the next several games going on tonight with Alabama and Western Kentucky. It's going to be a hot one over there in Alabama. My goodness, 98 degrees. Wow. And then Ole Miss is going to be even hot too. It's been hot around the Midwest. It's been hot around this area. And I'm not going to lie to you on that. The weather has been insane. When I was walking to classes, it was even insane. Ole Miss and Furman is also tonight. Kansas State, UT Martin, 7. That'll be on ESPN+. Then another Big Ten game, and I cannot believe I'm going to say they're even in the Big Ten Conference, is Oregon and Idaho. Notre Dame and Texas A&M. That's a huge game tonight on ABC and ESPN+. Michigan, Fresno State will be also on. Arizona, New Mexico. And then let's give you some more updates. Iowa beat Illinois State 40-0, and Georgia completely trumped on Clemson. Almost say Kelsey for a minute. Thinking of Travis Kelsey. Georgia 34-3. We welcome you back to IU football here on the WBRA network, along with the Braydyn Lents Twitter Spaces. As this kickoff is end over end, and we're going to get the next drive started for FIU with 9:14 left in the first. And on the last play, IU had so far on total yards, what a major improvement compared to the opening game last season against Ohio State. 68 total yards in total, 28 passing yards for the Hoosiers. It's also 40 yards rushing, and they've only had one penalty that's costed 5 yards and 4 first downs. So we're looking good so far. WIUX is 3 of 5 for 28 yards. And here we come. Jenkins now with FIU with the snap. He's going to give it over to the running back, and he's going to get completely ram-sacked nearly off the defensive line. IU coming in on the attack. And that's going to be Walker and Jalen had gotten the sack there, leading to Samari to get the sack there. 2nd and 9, actually with a gain of a yard. 2 receivers on the right, 2 on the left. Snap now by Jenkins, and he's looking for someone to pass it to him. Oh my gosh, he gains 1 and completely gets swallowed up by the IUT line. Once again, it is 3rd down. This team's looking like a high school team, and we're only in the first half of this game. Jeez, that's insane. As now they're introducing the Hoosiers D-line. And boy, number 8, look at that boy. My goodness, they sure don't make defensive linemen like they used to. And that's just an observation. As it's 3rd and 7, 2 receivers on the right, 2 on the left. Here's a snap in the shotgun by Jenkins, who throws it out to the flat, and it's caught. And FIU is going to get a first down, their first down of this drive and of the game so far. IU's defense wasn't thinking on that pass protection, as that catch was by Beers, Rocky Beers. Interesting name. Very interesting name with 7:34 left to go in the first quarter. And IU has just given up their first pass play of the day. And here we go once again. It's 1st and 10, 2 receivers. Now there's a man in motion on the left. There's a snap now. FIU, Shabari's going to get doused by the defense, but he's going to land with about 3 or 4 yards gained on the play with 7:06 left to go in the first. IU so far, their defensive line was an area they struggled in last year. I mean struggled. It wasn't even a coincidence that they were struggling. Tom Allen didn't do a really good job on the defense. Like I was saying earlier, he's a great coach, and I'm not kidding around on that. Have heavy respect for him. And if Penn State wins today, I'll have respect for him again, but we miss him at IU. And it's going to be a throw by Jenkins to the left side. He threw it to the flat on the left end, and the wide receiver gets trampled there by that Hoosier D-line. As now it is 3rd down once again for the Hoosiers. There were 3 receivers on the left trying to protect their wide receivers with that elusive D-line. 3rd and 4 will be the next play, but my goodness. It's been for FIU a show of words. And here we go again. 2 receivers on the right. Here's Jenkins with the snap. He throws it to the right side, and it's incomplete. The pass was intended for number 11. And defending on him was Johnson. And that's going to lead to a 4th down play. And Coach Siggs looks to be emphatic with that defensive line, who are doing a really good job today trying to get on the offense today, as Jenkins is 2 of 4 right now for 9 yards. And we'll see WIUX, who's done a good job so far for the Hoosiers. Impressive job for the Hoosiers. As IU's going to get the ball back, 25, boots it end over end. Racing back to the ball is IU, and he's going to get completely trampled and down near the 18-yard line. As that is a big hit, and IU still leads 7-0 with 5:47 left to go in the first quarter. 7-0 IU. And this time, I'm actually going to be taking a vocal break. So we'll be right back right after this.
Jeter singles to start the 8th.
Go ahead, take it. Here's the thing. That Mendrick, he keeps looking over here. And that one, he's got a gun. But you gotta do what you gotta do. Steal it. It's a beautiful day.
This is how you turn it on. This is your music. This is your email. This is the web. And this is a call on your iPhone.
The critics agree. Live Free or Die Hard is the best movie of the summer.
Playtime's over, sweetheart.
Bruce is still the man.
I thought I killed you already.
There's a jaw-dropping summer blockbuster. Live Free or Die Hard. Now playing.
My car is right around the corner. I'll drive. Whoa! My car!
Need a new car or truck? Get to Chevy and transform your ride. For 10 short days, get great deals on most 07s, like 0% financing plus $1,000. See your Chevy dealer today. Sale ends July 9th. Transformers opens Tuesday.
I'm all out of love. I'm so lost without you. I know you were
Fall in love with breakfast again. Get back that feeling with Denny's Extreme Grand Slam. Because at Denny's, you can always eat like it's the weekend.
And we welcome you back to IU football here on the Braydyn Lents at Lents Braydyn Twitter X page. And the score is currently 7-0 Indiana. And FIU is going to get the ball back to the Hoosiers with 5:47 left. And you can see all the new colorful shirts as everyone at IU, especially around campus, is loving this Coach Ciggs effect. I mean, the Coach Ciggs effect is one of brass confidence, a lot of hard-nosed, hard-stopping cigarette usage, and, of course, being yourself. And it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Hoosiers. Rourke gets the snap. He's going to throw it on the flat, and it's going to be caught by the wide receiver, and it's going to be 2nd down and 3, as that was Omar Cooper Jr. with the catch. And that's going to be 2nd and 3 for the Hoosiers. As now the Indiana O-line really getting in rhythm as for the Ohio State O-line. Oh my gosh, I'm furious. 2nd down and 1. Here is the running back again. Ellison runs this one in on the left side for a 1st down. And that was a gain of about 2 yards. As I said, I have mentioned this many, many times on my numerous social media pages. I am an Ohio State fan as well as a Indiana fan. I've liked both teams for years. Not only that, but I've really liked them for years. There's 2 receivers on the right, 1 on the left. It's 1st and 10 for the Hoosiers down near the 25-yard line. Snapped out by Rourke. Rourke gives it back, looking to his left side, throws it in the flat, and I cannot believe that would have been caught, but it was not caught. And IU basically tried to throw the ball to the right side. It's 2nd down and 10 for the Hoosiers. And that was a really bad pass. Let's just say that, Chad. And Chad is basically myself. Trying to basically practice if I can do some color commentary or not. But my goodness. Warwick, it's 2nd and 10, and the FIU D-line really tried to stop that Hoosiers offense. 2nd and 10 now for the Hoosiers. 2 receivers on the right, and they're going to run the ball once again. Ellison gets the ball up the middle and really ran that one for a 2nd down. It's now going to be 3rd down and about 3. Black with the ball with that one, not Ellison. Indiana, of course, last season ended with a terrible record. And we remember the years before, it's even more devastating. We feel like the Montreal Expos of the NCAA, of the college football realms. Always got into some bad luck over the years, but hopefully we can try to redo some of that and actually win the few games season and not really feel like we have nothing to hang our hat on. And Rourke gives the ball to Cooper, and that one's going to be shoved in for a 1st down, as that one is going to be down near the 20-yard line. And with 3 51 left to go in the first quarter. Wow, this game is going really quickly. Really, really quickly, as a matter of fact. And around the college football world, we welcome you all that are listening to us. We have like 100-something people listening. Tell your friends about this. I know I didn't make an announcement about this beforehand, but I thought to myself, why should I make an announcement if it was a prop? Then Rourke gets the ball, snap shows it. What a catch! Number 3 once again for the first down. Completely had my train of thought off. And it's a first down for the Hoosiers. They're down near the 10-yard line. Big catch by Omar. And we'll have to see. That was a Cooper Jr. That was a gain of 26. We figured that was Cooper in the flat. And it's first down and 10 for the Hoosiers. 7-0 game so far. 2 receivers on the right, 1 on the left. No man in motion. Everything's still. Snapped out by the quarterback, Rourke. Gives it back to the ball is Black, and he's going to run that one for about a yard. And that one's going to end up basically going nowhere, as that's going to be a first down or second down and 9 for the Hoosiers. And that was Lawton. That was Lawton. I need to remember these rosters. Part of it, too, is when you're doing this live, especially for the first time, there's going to be a few hiccups. And here we go once again as the Hoosiers now have 2 men in motion on the left. Horton and the rest moved, and here's the snap now by the Hoosiers, and he's going to play some trickery. Omar down to the 20, down to the 15, and he's going to be down at the 15-yard line. Stepped out of bounds, and the Hoosiers get a first down with Price getting the ball on that play. Trickery there as they threw it to the running back and then back to the wide receiver Price, who ran that one for about 10 yards. And the Hoosiers, as we had mentioned, are doing pretty well so far in their first drive of the game and their first few drives of the game. And there is that. And that's going to be first down and 10 for the Hoosiers. Rourke gets the ball over to Lawton, and Lawton's going to race his way to the end zone, past the defenders. Touchdown, Hoosiers! Lawton with a 14-yard touchdown. Ty-Son Lawton, the son of Indiana, and the son of the TD. What a run. 13 yards. And what a play. Now I will remind you guys of this. Lawton last season tried playing for us. And now the field goal team is on. That was a 4-minute, 24-second drive. And it gained 76 yards on 9 plays as the kick goes end over end right down the middle and in. The Hoosiers doing better than the Buckeyes so far. My fellow comrades in Ohio aren't happy about this. Lawton escaping 2 defenders for the score. And it's 1:23 left in the first quarter with the Hoosiers lead 14-0.
Feed that mustache, son. Get it while it lasts, Curly. It's chow time, ladies. Western Whopper, flame broiled beef, bacon, and barbecue sauce. Bring out your inner cowboy. Cowboy.
There was an accident.
You're okay.
Why can't I feel my legs?
Both your legs and your arm had to be replaced. They're making you better.
Monday on an all-new Age of Love, these 40-year-olds are competing with a group of 20-year-olds to win the heart of this 30-year-old bachelor.
The 20s better watch out.
But what started as kittens versus cougars becomes every woman for herself.
I'm hot. Deal with it.
And just one more thing.
You all are going to be living together.
An encore of Age of Love, followed by an all-new episode. Starts Monday, 8/7 Central on NBC.
The Office begins now, right here on NBC. Announcing the Mercury Summer Drive sales event. Drive off with the best savings of the year on our best lineup ever, including the new 34 MPG City Mariner Hybrid, the 29 MPG Highway Mercury Montego, and even the 31 MPG Highway Milan, the highest-ranked midsize car in initial quality according to J.D. Power & Associates. Lease the award-honored Mercury Milan now for just $209 a month. Get the best savings of the year at your Lincoln Mercury dealer.
And we welcome you back once again to Indiana University football here on at Lents Braydyn. You can help me follow the channel on Twitter X, the growing and expanding social media app that has had the privilege of broadcasting this game today for all of you. And my goodness, wouldn't that been great if this was around a few years ago? I mean, it really would have been great if they would have had this a few years ago. With Balt Toga's leather, end over end, 1:23 left to go in the first, and FIU is going to get the ball back. As the score now is Indiana 14, FIU nothing. I will let you guys know that if the game does becomes a complete blowout, that we will shorten the game to about the third quarter and cover the third quarter. But if it becomes more of a game that will be a large, massive blowout, we could try our best to cover the whole game, whatever you guys prefer. First down and 10 for FIU. Jenkins in the shotgun as he gets the snap, rolls out to his left, throws the ball. That one's going to be incomplete as he got completely trumped. And there's going to be a flag. Unbelievable. A flag there on, wow. The defensive lineman, number 4 on that play. My goodness. I cannot believe they tried to call a flag on that. I just can't believe that. And that's going to be roughing the passer. A mental mistake there by Fish D-line. There's 2 number 4s in this entire game today. And yeah, that's going to cost the Hoosiers a massive amount of yards, 15 to be exact, as now we get to see the Ohio State offense come back out, or no, Ohio State, think about Ohio State. FIU offense coming out on the field again, throws it out to the flat was Jenkins. He throws it to his left and it was caught by number 6. It's going to be second down and about 4 for FIU, the Panthers. Now, we have not heard a lot about the Panthers in the last few years. We do believe last year, I think they went to a bowl game. I do know, but FIU has been a team. We all mainly remember them from the fight they had back in 2005 against the Miami Hurricanes in what was one of the ugliest games in college football history. And Jenkins now, he has been off today, 3 of 5 for 9 yards. Snap by him again, gives it to the running back, is going to get a first down. And FIU is trying to stop the Hoosiers before we get to the second quarter of action as their clock's ticking. 29, 28, 27, 26. The Hoosier D-line doesn't look as tired as they were last year. They're going to be outworking these guys this year, hopefully. And that's going to be something Tom Allen couldn't even do last year because last year he kept screaming and yelling at his guys to even do anything. So is FIU going to hold on to the ball with 9 seconds left to go in the first quarter? 6 seconds, 5 seconds, one receiver on the right and one on the left. It looks like they're going to snap it, and as they do, Jenkins goes back, throws it deep, and it's caught out of bounds. And FIU could have had a huge opportunity there to try and get some yardage. But they will not capitalize as we go into a break for the start of the second quarter. After this, on the Lents Braydyn Twitter X Spaces, the score right now is Indiana 14, FIU nothing. Coming up next, we will give you some scores and some updates before the commercial breaks end. And we'll be right back right after this. Need to take a break.
No clump mascara? So what? Now there's new Definer Lash from Maybelline, New York. Our first clump free that's longer, sexier. Only our shape to the lash brush and formula guarantees 0 clumps. For length defined like never before, it's new Definer Lash. It's Maybelline.
GM Monster, how can I help you, Mr. Kimmel?
Hi, could you send me directions to 1021 Hill Street? I'm late to meet my trainer at the gym.
No problem. I can also call ahead for you. How late are you?
About 17 years.
OnStar, active.
Welcome to Jimmy's Hotspot. Everyone's here enjoying unlimited calling without burning up wireless minutes. Unfortunately, Jimmy's on his way out. He'd give you this, but Jimmy's gonna walk and talk. Jimmy can do that because this new T-Mobile phone is his mobile phone and his home phone. Jimmy's a one-phone man.
Stop burning wireless minutes at home.
Who's blocking Jimmy?
Introducing the first mobile phone that also works on Wi-Fi in your house. T-Mobile Hotspot at Home. Get Wi-Fi and unlimited calling for only $9.99 and turn your home into a hotspot.
If you suffer from allergies, more effective relief is on the way. Benadryl, proven more effective than the leading allergy medicine at relieving your worst allergy symptoms. Get Benadryl, proven more effective.
Charlie, Henry, wake up.
Tom.
You're wasting your time sleeping when you could be texting. Left hand on top, right hand, sending a picture message. Texting!
Dad.
Enjoy unlimited messaging to anyone on any network in the U.S. when you switch to the new Verizon Wireless Family Share Plan. And now buy this LG with free Music Set 2.0, only through Sunday. Verizon Wireless.
It could all start with your pet and just one flea. Before you know it, one becomes 2, then 10, then hundreds, even thousands, infesting not only your pet, but also your carpet, your bed, even you. To protect your pet and home from fleas, ask for Frontline Plus. Just one dose kills fleas and ticks fast. It's the one that's waterproof, and it lasts all month long. Don't let one flea become a big problem. Ask for the brand that vets and pets count on most. For dogs and cats, it's the vet's #1 choice, Frontline Plus.
And welcome back once again, everyone, to the Let's Braydyn Twitter X page. We welcome you back as the score is now 14-0. Just saw some photos from our X users at hashtag IUFB and hashtag Never Daunted, the two main hashtags for all of this. It's been awesome to see the student turnout the way it has. Impressive, because last season we couldn't even fill a seat. And it was good to say the least. Impressive compared to last season. Jenkins starts the first play of the game, the first play of the quarter, with the throw to the right side and a gain of about 2 yards. It's going to be 3rd down. It's the last possession. It was 2nd down. Ohio State just got the lead over Akron, 7-0. I think it would be one of the largest paying Vegas games. And I think at one point, for this game, the FIU game, minus 32.5 for the Hoosiers to win this game today. And yeah, it's impressive to say the least that how this Hoosiers team will improve and has improved, that the student body is standing out there today. And here's the snap. Jenkins has the ball after trying to pitch it to the left side. He's going to get stopped there. And it's going to be a 4th down for the Hoosiers. And with the stop, that was Keon Jenkins. Stop there. And now we're going to get a 4th down play here. And 4th down, and the punt team. Oh, wait, are they going to bring the punt team out on the field? No, they're not. What on the living face of the world are they doing? My goodness. Now I'm speaking at this kind of like a fan and a commentator rep. It's 4th and 6 and they're going to go for it. I don't know what they're reading in the defense, but Jenkins with the snap, trying to run it, throws it, and it's caught by the tight end down to the 30, down to the 25-yard line. My gosh. Mayaman. My gosh. What happened there? Jeez. There's a flag on the play though, as Miamin had gained a total of about 15 yards on that single play. There's a personal foul called by 56. And they're going to repeat 4th down. My goodness. We knew something was up if they were going to be calling it a 4th and 6. Hoosiers so far, they're going to bring out the punt team. That is what they should have done. That is exactly what they should have done. And it's going to really stop them back about 15 yards, and they'll have to punt it from far beneath their 25-yard line, near the 40-yard line or so. And Miles Price is going to be back deep to receive, as it's 4th and 21 for FIU, and the student section is really out and buzzing so far. We were, as I said, hopefully the days of mediocrity on our program will hopefully be over after this season. And if it doesn't work this season, it may work next season. But I think Hoosiers are going to get more win totals than they did in the last several years. And that's just my opinion, as they are now trying to review a possible face mask. Oh, that was the penalty. The penalty was a face mask on number 56 of, FIU. And then there was a late hit out of bounds by the quarterback, late hit to the quarterback, and that should have been a penalty for IU. But they didn't call it. 13:23 left to go in the second quarter before halftime. And the kick is end over end, high in the air, and it looks like, oh, what are they doing now? There's another flag. There's a timeout. FIU just called a timeout at its worst moment. What's this coach thinking? What is this coach thinking? Wait a second. There's a review for a possible face mask. I don't know if that's going to be what they're trying to get the call on or what. But it looks like that seemed to be in the booth somewhere. Somewhere in the booth. As that was not called by any of the coaches out on the field, you would think. You would think that, though. As they are now reviewing this play, let's go and tell you about some scores here. I'm pulling them up. Let's actually try to find some scores. We did find out Ohio State's leading Akron 7-0. But now that they are reviewing this play, they're reviewing for a possible face mask. And as you can see, probably if you're watching the Big Ten Network so far, it's going to be 4th down, and the ball is going to, actually the call was confirmed to be that. I'm going to exit out of a few things. And Miles Price back deep again for the punt for the Hoosiers. And I'm not just getting that, not just because I'm hearing it from the actual broadcast, but I'm also hearing it from other people on the broadcasts I'm listening to as well, including Don Fisher over my headphones. And here is the punter once again. Kick was almost blocked. High end over end. Back to receive is Price, and he's going to take it near the 5-yard line. And the Indiana Hoosiers get some good field position, actually some bad field position if you ask me, but FIU gets good field position as it scores 14-0 with 12:58 to go in the second quarter. Like I promised, I'm going to give you some scores from around the world of college football as we started earlier today with the game between Georgia and Clemson. An absolute beatdown of Georgia, an absolute beatdown of Clemson, 34-3. The game at West Virginia and Penn State has now resumed. Penn State still leads this one 20-6 in the third quarter with 14:22 left after what was a massive rain delay. It's the end of the first quarter at the Ohio State-Akron game. Ohio State leading 7-3 over the Akron Zips. Miami leading Florida 7-3. And Oklahoma State leading South Dakota State 31-13 in the third quarter with 5:05 left. Texas is still beating Colorado State, but it's close. 10-0 is the score, and it's in the second quarter with 10:15 left. And we'll have to give you some other scores that are also happening throughout the day. Iowa beat Illinois State, like we mentioned earlier, 40-0. Tennessee beat the crap out of Chattanooga, 69-3. And then, of course, we mentioned Georgia. And then some games that are going to be starting tonight on the ranked end are UT Martin and Kansas State, Western Kentucky, Alabama. Both games start at 7. Furman, Ole Miss, game starts at 7. And then a big game tonight against Notre Dame and Texas A&M. That's going to be at 7:30. Michigan playing Fresno State tonight at 7:30, along with Oregon and Idaho. New Mexico and Arizona 10:30 and then the last two games to basically wrap up the entire weekend. Tomorrow we have one game on the calendar, and that is USC and LSU and Florida State and Boston College to rank for the ranked games. As we are welcoming you back here to the @Lents Braydyn channel, and we are back at it again with the Twitter Spaces live broadcast. And that Student Section is really sunny out there today, hot, but sunny and cooler than it was throughout the week. Rook gives the ball inside to Lawson, who's going to run this one and keep running for it. He's down at the 11-yard line. And we have a lot of big guys actually out there. A lot of big guys out there that can run the ball, pass the ball. It's actually, in total yards, what an improvement compared to last season. And we have to look up last season when we played Ohio State and even some of our other opponents. I'm really interested to see how the Hoosiers will do against Big Ten opponents. As Rod comes to the flat, to the right side, and number 4 keeps running, spins around, and is down at the 22-yard line. My goodness. Another big run. A big run there by the great Ellison. The Miles Price. Still adjusting to this broadcast. Miles Price is number 4. Need to remember that. And here we go once again. It's going to be a big first down for the Hoosiers as Miles Price is going on the bench. And now there's an injury on the field. The FIU player is slow to get up. We'll get his word of who he is in a minute. But for right now, he's slow getting up. Looks to have injured his leg. And there was an injury out on the field for FIU. It looks like Jamal Potts from Delray Beach, Florida, the 6'2", 193-pound senior at corner, looked a little shook up on the play. And last season, he not only was creating a havoc for teams that he played against, he was one of their best corners on the team last season as well. As Potts is slowly creeping his way to the sidelines, hobbling while doing so. And it's going to be a first down for the Hoosiers after that shortened break. 12-12 left to go in the second quarter. John, you have to remember when we get to the 2-minute mark, there's now a 2-minute warning in college football. And so we'll alert you about that and probably take a break after that. Here's a snap by Rourke, 1st and 10. Throws it out to the flat. It is caught. And he is going to be down at the 31-yard line. And number 13 had the ball on that one. And that was a pass to Elijah Swart. 2nd and 3 now for the Hoosiers. As Rourke hits 2 receivers on the right, 2 on the left. Snap as he gives the ball back to Lawson. Who's going to get a big run here? He's going to get one big, and he's going to be down close to the 20-yard line. Close to the 30-yard line. My bad if I got it wrong again. My goodness. Down at the 38-yard line. I use 38-yard line. Ellison with a big run on that play. It is now first down once again for the Hoosiers. And it's 2 receivers on the left, 1 on the right. Here's the snap by Rourke. Throws it in the flat, and it's incomplete. Pass was intended to Omar Cooper. And that one's going to be 2nd and 10 for the Hoosiers. And what is Rorick's first major incomplete pass of the second quarter so far? It's 2nd and 10 now for the Hoosiers as Rorick gets the ball, 2 on the left, 1 on the right in terms of wide receivers. The tight end on the right end. Here's a snap by Rorick. He's going to drop back with an FIU defender to sack him. No! Unbelievable! What a play by Rorick. He got back up, nearly avoided the sack, and I think that should be reviewed. That should be reviewed because what a play by Rorick. Escapes the pressure, but is he down? And the ball's out, but he gets it back and runs to the right side where, wow. I think he's down. No, he's not. Wow. Rorick throws it again in the flat, and it's incomplete. My God, what a play. What a play on that last series. Rorick escapes the pressure. Was about to throw it, but instead played it safe and went out of bounds, and the flag was on offsides on the defense. FIU is struggling so far. But that was a play you would have seen back in the 2010 national title. You don't see those type of plays here in Indiana. Absolutely insane. 10:14 left to go in the second quarter, and that's going to be thrown out by Rorick, and it's a first down for Cooper. Actually, number 1 is shooken up. He's really shooken up, as that was a big hit. And down that play was Solomon Van Horst, who had tried to get the ball out of Rorick's hands. That's another incompletion for the quarterback. I'm interested to see when Tavion Jackson is probably going to be starting in this game. Might be later on in the game, but it's first down and 10 near the 48-yard line. There's 2 receivers on the left, 1 on the right. Here's a snap out by IU, and Elson's going to run the ball again for a short yard, and that's going to be second down. And number 1 was slow to get up. Number 1 is now going to the tent trying to check on concussions. And that's been a major focus in the world of football recently, are all of these concussions. And it's important to notice that, he did seem shook up after that. And Van Horten was being checked out. And now there's a timeout by Indiana, their first of the game. As there's 9 minutes, 25 seconds left to go. IU will be back at it again on the FIU 49-yard line. FIU and IU, with IU leading 14-0. We'll be right back on this Twitter Spaces broadcast.
What adds a little kick to just about anything? It's the zip of Miracle Whip.
The #1 movie in America is Evan Almighty. Evan Almighty. From the author of The Hours.
Close your eyes and think of a time when you were happy.
Experience this summer's must-see movie starring the greatest actresses of our time. It's about the choices we make and the love that fills our lives.
We are mysterious creatures, aren't we?
Evening, rated PG-13, starts tomorrow.
Save big on a Hyundai. Save big on a Hyundai. Save big on a Hyundai.
Not to sound like a broken record, but there's never been a better time to save on a new Hyundai. It's Hyundai's record-breaking challenge, and you can get up to $3,000 cash back on select models, like the fuel-efficient Sonata. Built with award-winning quality, backed by America's best warranty. But hurry, the record-breaking challenge ends soon. Only at your Hyundai dealer. Hyundai, smart move. Lease a new Hyundai Sonata for just $199 a month. Hurry, offer ends July 2nd.
You never know. The holiday bargains are huge at Big Lots.
I'm telling you, Big Lots is everything that you need. Right now they have Serta mattresses.
This week only, save up to $100 off Serta mattress sets and our sofa love seat sets. That's up to $100 off the already low closeout price.
The patio with the umbrella and the chairs and tables.
All the cool silverware, all the paper plates.
And this week only, find amazing deals, like this backyard gazebo with zipper closed netting for just $88.
I cannot believe we got all this stuff.
Only at Big Lots.
You never know.
You've only got 2 weeks to deal at your Chrysler and Jeep dealer. Now through July 2nd, get 0% APR financing plus up to $1,000 bonus cash on select models. Or maximize your miles in the all-new Jeep Patriot that gets 30 highway MPG and Sebring sedan that gets 32 highway MPG. Now, during 2 weeks to deal, well-qualified lessees get a low-mileage lease on Liberty Sport for $219 a month. Hurry to your Chrysler and Jeep dealer today because 2 weeks to deal absolutely ends July 2nd.
I'm going to call him as I see him.
Husbands Ask Dr. Phil.
Stay tuned for more of The Office. Try your hand at the new Find the Dwight bobblehead game only at NBC.com.
That actually was one of my favorite episodes.
John,
and I remember when we were shooting
John,
that
you're so funny.
You're talented and
John,
hilarious.
I want to be you.
I am.
We all have to, basically they were showing on the Big Ten Network broadcast just a minute ago, the speech that Curt Cignetti gave to his whole team as the ball's being thrown out to the flat. Cooper now got it, and it's down at the 49-yard line. That day was pretty memorable. It was December 1st of 2023, near the end of the year. I was not for sure if I was even able to come back to IU, but at the time I was so upset. I still even remember being upset. This was the first time I was actually open and I've never had that done on the broadcast before. Jeez. Coach Cignetti, I'm literally sneezing out all of the bad energy that was the football team, bad juice before the football team really started to improve and make notice in the Big Ten Conference. As of course, Coach Siggs, as we were mentioning, had that emotional speech that he gave in an IU basketball game last year. And we have to remember him for his successes that he had at Alabama and his successes he had as a head coach. He does it as Rourke threw it to the right side and it was incomplete. The pass was intended to number 14, and we're going to get his name here in a minute. It was intended for the right side and it was intended for Zach Horton. But yeah, Coach Siggs coming into this program, very decorated before he ever came in here. He was a really big part as to the Indiana offense really empowering Alabama, playing under Nick Saban and being one of his assistant coaches. As it's 3rd and 21 for the Hoosiers, Rourke now in the shotgun with two receivers left and right. Here's a snap by Rourke, who looks back under pressure and almost escapes the sack again. My goodness, he is something else. Throws it and it's incomplete. But wow! He caught it! He caught it cross with a huge catch. Wow! Miles Cross with a big 30-yard gain for the first down. What a catch under pressure. All right, Rourke, unbelievable. He gets tackled down and the ball is down and he was down for just a second there and it's still Indiana ball. Wow. 8:04 left. This guy is elusive and we don't have many of those. And now we do. Last time we did was Michael Penix. And since Michael Penix, who is now an Atlanta Falcon, and they're looking to see who caught that ball out of the fumble. But after Michael Penix, there's huge discussion on if the quarterbacks could be elusive or not. It's 2nd and 12, and the ball is still there as he tried to run to the left side, and that's going to be a 3rd down. And that was Black with the run. But my goodness, Rourke, I cannot get over that play. And a one-handed catch to boot. My gosh. What a catch. Wow. That's incredible. Incredible throw there by the quarterback. The incredible catch there. Hopefully we're not blacking out on the TV broadcast. Now we're 3rd and 7 and Rourke. It's 3rd and 7 now as Rourke now has the ball with the snap, throws it to the right side to Cooper, who is going to get stuffed, but still gets the first down though, down at the 18. With about 6:44 left to go and the clock is still ticking. And just remember, this season we have the 2-minute warning as Omar Cooper tried to get that catch. It will be a 2-minute warning followed by the rest of the game. It's kind of how the NFL did it. We wondered for years, how's the NFL and the college football going to align? Hopefully they don't change, the kickoff rules. That's all I care about. It is 6:16 left in the first quarter, or second quarter, first half, I should say. First down and 10, 2 receivers right and left. Snap by Rourke, who's looking back under pressure, throws it over to Horton, who escapes one tackler, is shaking off of 2, and it's down at the 2-yard line. Zach Horton with a 13-yard reception, and it's 1st and goal Hoosiers. What a catch. What an offensive performance by these Hoosiers. Wow. Rourke's a musician with that football. My gosh. And now it's 1st and goal, and the ball is at the 2-yard line. Snap by Rourke, who gives it up the front, up the gut, up the front, I said, not up the whatever. And that's going to be a 2nd and goal for the Hoosiers. My gosh, what a throw. I still can't get over that. I just still cannot get over that. And it's an incredible catch, to say the least. As now it's 3rd down for the Hoosiers. Hoosiers now have 240 total yards for 147 passing and 93 rushing. And here we go again. They're in the single goal line formation, and that's a touchdown for the Indiana Hoosiers. Not surprising, as that's Tyson Lawton once again with the TD. And at this point, they're just trying to pad up the score. 20-0. Indiana. With 4:53 left to go in the second quarter. And that's the Hoosiers' first score of the third score of the first half, first score of the second quarter. And now IU is going to kick this ball end over end, as that was an 8-minute, 5-second drive. 93 yards, 16 plays, longest drive of the day, and the field goal is good. 21-0 Hoosiers, as they are absolutely trying to blow FIU's cover with an incredible drive. 2 big plays by Rourke and 2 big plays by 2 big wide receivers and tight ends for the touchdown by Lawton. And it's 21-0 Indiana. We'll be right back after this.
Get a low-mileage lease on Liberty Sport for $219 a month. Hurry to your Chrysler and Jeep dealer today, because 2 weeks to deal absolutely ends July 2nd.
Wives, I'm going to call him as I see him.
Husbands Ask Dr. Phil.
Stay tuned for more of The Office. Try your hand at the new Find the Dwight bobblehead game, only at NBC.com.
That actually was one of my favorite episodes.
John,
and I remember when we were shooting
John,
that.
you're so funny.
You're talented and
John,
hilarious.
I want to be you.
I am you,
John,
John.
are you watching this?
Yep.
Turn around.
I think it's time for another clip from License to Wed.
Opens
John.
July 3rd.
Please stop.
I'm sorry, does that say never to fart? Yeah, that's what you wrote on your inscription form. I'm sorry, I wrote never to part. Never to fart. I don't know who would have written never to fart.
What is this letter there?
That is an F.
Get ready for summer with Sprint's family of powerful phones. Wirelessly download music from the Sprint Music Store with the new M510 by Samsung, now just $49.99. Or get the ultra-thin Katana by Sanyo with built-in camera, now free. Plus, with Sprint Power Packs, unlimited nights start at 7 p.m. at no extra charge. Visit a Sprint store today and save on phones for everyone in your family. Sprint.
It starts with Eclipse Mint, then a hint of melon. Then it gets interesting. Introducing Eclipse Fusion Gum and Spearmint Melon.
Wherever kids need advanced sun protection, Coppertone's there. New Coppertone Lotion Spray. It sprays on faster and rubs in easy to block the sun's damaging rays. New Coppertone Lotion Spray. Advanced sun protection.
road-proven Prius technology.
We welcome you back because now we got some peanuts. As this is our Peanuts Talk of the Day, brought to you by the Braydyn 98.5 network, also known as Braydyn 98.5 on YouTube. And the one quick fact that I wanted to give you guys today on this radio station, as it's 21-0 Indiana, and the game could ultimately be a blowout, is what is the quarterback that led IU on 2 drives against Ohio State? There should be an immaculate grid for this. I hope I can ever make one. But who was the first quarterback in 2014 to set up 2 drives against Ohio State? That's going to be a question that I'm going to leave in the thread below. We might not do the second half of this game because I need to get some chores done. But I just wanted to get the first half started. Actually, I might do the second half later. We'll have to wait and see. Snap by Jenkins once again, throws it over to the right side, and that one's going to be a big reception there by FIU. As the clock's still ticking at 42, 41, 440. The game is still at reach right now. As I said, this game is ultimately going to probably be a blowout. And as I'm eating peanuts, this I would never do if I was working for the Big Ten Network, which, trust me, I was awful at that. 2nd and 6 now for FIU. Snap. And here comes Jenkins with the ball, throws it to the right side, and it's caught by the tight end, and it's going to be a 2nd and 6, actually 3rd and 6 on the play. I don't have a broadcast partner with me, but I do have 2 Bears, 2 stuffed actually watching the game with me so far, as I love. Hoosier team going to graduate from IU in December, hopefully. And the IU has converted a lot on their 3rd downs, as it is 3rd down and 3 for the Hoosiers. And it's going to be 1 receiver on the right, 3 on the left. Jenkins with the snap and almost botched it. Defense has got him now, and it's going to be a 1st down for FIU. And he tried his best. Jenkins tried his best to escape that Hoosier defense. But it wasn't meant to be that way. And so now it's still 21-0 Indiana. As we creep into the 2-minute warning coming up. The newly established rule in all of college football. 1 receiver on the right, 2 on the left. Snap by Jenkins, who's going to throw it in the flat, and it's caught by the wide receiver once again. I believe that's Beers. And that's going to be a 2nd down at about 2 to go on the play. And we're going to have to exit out of this again. Computers, more of the applications on it. Usually we don't have these problems when you do work over at the Big Ten Network. And, of course, I love the fact that I have this game on the computer, and I'm also watching it on TV. Here's a snap out by Jenkins. He's going to give it to the running back because he's got some room, and he's going. As soon as he tried to get on the left side, IU was there to swarm him. 2nd down, or this 1st down for FIU, their 2nd 1st down of this half. And all IU needs to do is just stay focused. Just stay focused on the task at hand, as they are up 21 points, and we are going to go to the 2-minute warning right now. I'm going to actually leave you guys with some scores. Like I said, the game against Ohio State should be out of reach, but it is not, so it really isn't out of reach. So we are looking at the schedule. Penn State just scored another touchdown on West Virginia. 27-6 is the score. It does not look like the Mountaineers are going to be hoisting a comeback, but we will have to wait and see. It's a close game against Ohio State and Akron, and it should not be, as it's the score 10-3 with 7:35 left to go in the 2nd quarter. Oklahoma State is beating South Dakota State very, very badly, 41-20. And then Texas beating Colorado State 24-0. Let's look at some other scores. I don't like looking up all these random top ranked scores. We need to be looking up other scores. So I'm getting that up for you guys right now. And if I could, it could be a minute. Well, let's see. It's loading, and here we go. Missouri beats, looks like they beat, actually, no, that was Thursday. Never mind. Saturday, here we go. And they are not showing the scores for those. Okay. Let's see. I'm not looking for schedules. I'm looking for scores. There we go. And let's take a look at some of the scores. They might be ranked, by the way. They might be ranked. And let's see. Yep, they're ranked. So we're going to exit out of that. We're going to go to NCAA football scores. This is not something I would be doing again on any of these broadcasts. Here we go. Some other scores from around the league besides the one I mentioned. Cincinnati is beating Towson 35-20. Washington State, the only team that could have stayed in the Pac-12 last season, beating the crap out of Portland in their first season in the ACC, 49-10. Ohio State beating Akron. We just mentioned that. We mentioned Texas beating Colorado State. UMass and Eastern Michigan are still in a tight game with it being at half. Appalachian State beating Eastern Tennessee State University 17-7. Kennesaw State losing to University of Texas San Antonio 21-3. Air Force beating Merrimack. So far, it's close, 7-0. And then Miami is literally blowing the cover off Florida, 17-3 is the score. And in what is one of the weirdest football atmospheres ever, Northwestern's tied at 3. Iowa State and North Dakota are 7-3 Iowa State. And the game is starting again at IU as he runs the ball up the middle for FIU for a second down play. The wide receiver just did. I'll give you some more scores and then go back to this game. Nebraska's literally beating UTEP 16-7, I think. Yeah, 16-7. And then Northern Illinois beating Western Illinois, who we play next week, 20-3. Boise State beats Georgia Southern, or is beating Georgia Southern 14-0 in the first quarter. And I'll leave you with one more score. Louisville, actually we'll give you some finals. Louisville beat Austin Peay 62-0. Navy beat Bucknell 49-21. And then we mentioned that Purdue literally beat the crap out of Indiana State. Did you see that today? It was a mess. 49-0. Pitt beats Kent State 55-24 as a timeout was called at the IU game. Maryland beats UConn 50-7. And a thriller today, Vanderbilt beat Virginia Tech 34-27. Iowa, as we mentioned, beat Illinois State 40-0. Tennessee, Chattanooga 69-3. And then some other games that are going to be going on tonight. That's some non-conference games. Cal and UC Davis playing on ESPN Plus at 5. Same goes on ESPN Plus at the same time with North Texas and South Alabama. Marshall is going to play Stony Brook at 5. Liberty and Campbell are going to play at 6. Mississippi State and Eastern Kentucky are going to play each other at 6. East Carolina and Norfolk State, same time. Richmond, Virginia, same time. Idaho, Oregon State, which is the last team in the Pac-12, at 6:30. And they're going to play at Oregon. South Florida tonight's going to play at Tampa against Bethune-Cookman. Arkansas State's going to play Central Arkansas. Ole Miss playing Furman. Memphis playing North Alabama. Nevada playing Troy. And we'll actually leave you with one more score as they are caught in the flat, and Indiana's losing their traction on defenses. That was a 3rd and 7 play, caught by number 3 for the first down. Rice is playing against Sam Houston, and Tarleton State against Baylor, Houston, and UNLV, and then Abilene Christian and Texas Tech as the ball goes to the right side, and he's going to be down at the 30. It looks like Florida Atlantic or Florida International might be in field goal range. And they are going to take their first time out of the half. The score is now still 21-0. But Indiana cannot give up this lead just yet. Other games out there, Auburn, Alabama, A&M, Fresno State, Michigan, Idaho, Oregon, UCLA, Hawaii, along with Notre Dame and Texas A&M. And then Southern Mississippi versus Kentucky. That's going to be a blowout. Georgia Tech and Georgia State. That's going to maybe be an upset. Grambling and Louisiana. The Raging Cajuns, the first game I ever called on the Big Ten Network. Actually, Big Ten Network Plus. That is going to be probably a blowout too. SMU plays Houston Christian after their win last week against Nevada. James Madison plays Charlotte, and then we'll give you one more to wrap the night up. The 11 p.m. match is Washington and Weber State. And they're going to throw it to the flat. It's incomplete as Jenkins had his wide receiver Rivers try to get the ball on the play. It's going to be a third down with about 58 seconds left before half. And these games actually will give you two more. And then on Sunday, as we mentioned, USC and LSU are going to play. And Florida State and Boston College are going to play each other on Sunday and Monday, chronologically. And this is FIU's ninth third down conversion today. Two receivers on the right, two on the left. Here's the snap by FIU. He's going to run this one up the gut down there to 15 to the 10, and the Indiana defense is there to get him. What a big run by FIU, and Owens gets the first down rushing in quite a while for this FIU team, and Indiana is losing traction on defense. This ain't good. This is not good. Ohio State's beating Akron 17-3, by the way. Usually it's unprofessional to be working for these stations and eating while you're doing your job. But at least I don't work for them anymore. And so Akron's got the ball for the game's on timeout right now at IU, by the way. 4:08 left in the second quarter. Ohio State leading Akron 17-3. Two receivers on the left. Here's the step by Akron. Now number 17 is going to get the ball, and he's going to get stopped. Second down and 5 for the Dips. And the game is back on. Wow! Jenkins, whoa, wait. What just happened? A touchdown by Rowdy Beers. My gosh, I did not pay attention. A short yard touchdown, and FIU gets their first touchdown of the day. Rowdy Beers with the score. Wow. And they're going to go for 2 on this play. And if they do go for 2, they're going to go with the field goal unit. They might go for 2 and just fake a Statue of Liberty or something like that. So FIU gets their first touchdown of the game. And IU is in some trouble a little bit. Not deep trouble, but in a little bit of trouble. And it's a 21-7 lead for FIU. Or 21-7 lead for IU. It was meant to happen. It was meant to happen, unfortunately. And we'll be right back right after this.
Now in a Camry. Camry Hybrid from Toyota.
NBC 1 week from Tuesday. Think you know the words to your favorite songs? Think again.
Hey, Ricky! Hey, Ricky!
It's the show that'll have all of America singing along. The Singing Bee, the new NBC musical competition, where it's not how well you sing, it's how well you know the words.
When you understand, because you got
The Singing Bee, the new NBC series premieres 1 week from Tuesday. Be there.
So what did they replace? I figured the eyes and the ears. What else?
Welcome everyone back to for halftime. As a matter of fact, I might end this maybe early. But that's a 21-7 lead for the Hoosiers. And we will have some highlights for you coming soon. Sorry if I'm eating peanuts again. I mean, I love peanuts. Absolutely love peanuts. As now I am being noticed on the IU page. Thank you all for listening. It's been certainly quite a fun time doing this, and now I'm being noticed all over the internet again. And IU just got that play. It'll be a timeout. And maybe IU can get one more score here before half. Just one more score. And now there are two receivers on the right, one on the left. And here's the snap as Lawson gets trampled up by that FIU defense. And right before we spread into halftime, IU's major adjustment has to be defense. Has to be stopping the run and stopping the defense. That's all they need to do. That is literally all they need to do. And if they do that, they will succeed. And if they don't do that, they won't succeed. As many of us know, it's kind of a weird analogy to be talking about that. But yeah, I just said it's been a game, and we are headed to halftime, folks. It's 21-7, and I will start maybe a second stream. If I don't, I am actually, like I said, we'll do second half, maybe do the second half around the fourth quarter. So I will meet you guys back then there. But we are going to be taking a break so far, maybe ending this stream and starting part 2 soon. So to those listening in the first half, thank you so much for listening. This has been a lot of fun to do, very fun to do, very active to do. And of course, IU is leading 21-7 over FIU. We'll be right back right after this.
This video or podcast is sponsored by Amazon Music. Thousands of podcasts and shows are made every day, from the conversations of Joe Rogan to the crimes of Morbid, and music by 50 Cent and Sabrina Carpenter. Amazon Music has the right taste in music, podcasts, and shows for you. With a growing audience of 52.5 million people using Amazon Music every day, you can help in a contributing way to benefit this new version of what was once called radio. With thousands of music and podcasts to listen to, you can listen to our podcast too, keeping things in the middle. And with you signing up, listening to one of our episodes on your app or on your computer, you can help my podcast grow to become an ever-expanding podcast group and become a new member of our listening on Amazon Music. Please use our offer down in the description below, and it would help me a lot because it would help me earn a little bit of money. Amazon Music, the site where you need to go to listen to podcasts, stories, and music that may have you bopping the whole night through. Now, let's get to the show.